Hello everyone! We've covered the main story of Bastion, but there's also the side stories to consider. Admittingly, not all of them have major lore behind them. They just add a bit to the zone, but in the case of Bastion, there's definitely one of them that stands out. First up, one of the earliest side quests that has us learn more about the way of the Kyrian. And to do that, we'll need to retrieve 3 books, 3 tomes that have been taken out of the library. Tome number 1. That would be Bear Witness the Watcher's Code. It speaks about the Watcher role of the Kyrians, those that linger at the edge of the veil and greet mortal souls who seek to cross into the Shadowlands. It is the Watchers who weigh that soul, peer into its existence, and judge whether it is their time. First verse. The first virtue will come naturally to the denizens of Bastion. Compassion for what was, is, and will be. The soul knows itself and its deeds. Through it is with a gaze of compassion that the Kyrian will know them, forgive small slights, and give praise to great sacrifices. The scroll continues on for 57 more verses. And tome number 2. The Infinite Treatise is for the collectors of Bastion, those that maintain the realm and contribute to all of Bastion's great works. A compendium of the philosophy, materials, and process of the greatest of Kyrian crafters. A masterwork of the paragon of wisdom. This scroll never seems to end. Tome number 3, our final one. It is Worlds Beyond Counting, which is for the betters. Those we're probably most familiar with, as they're the ones that carry the souls from the mortal plane into the Shadowlands, to be judged by the Arbiter. The contents of this scroll appear to be constantly shifting as new entries are added. World designate: Azeroth. Origin: Titan. Inhabitants: various, mostly sentient. Notable arrivals: Uther. We've had a couple of sources claim that the jailer was coming for the soul of her world, and that he would reclaim what was his. It kinda had me wonder what kind of connection there is between the jailer and Azeroth, if they perhaps were changing what Azeroth actually is. But this scroll, it still designates the world as Titan in origin. Clystere seemingly offers us a random pickup quest. Since their supplies are dwindling, they lack the means to clothe their arrivals in proper Kyrian attire. We're asked to gather some materials for them, like Cloudstrider pelts, Larian plumes, and an Elysian threads. That will set them up for gearing new aspirants, but they got a bit of material left, and would like us to bring it to their dear friend Acolyte Amaltina at the Temple of Purity. We have no idea what we actually deliver, but it does put a soft smile on Amaltina's face. She wants to return the favor with a flower that they planted for their enjoyment, as they spend so much of their free time at the resting place north of here. We're asked to bring her this bloom, and as it turns out, the gift that we brought her, it was a symbolic one. A reach when given by someone you cherish. It's a question, one of the most important ones. Clystere wants to soulbind with Amaltina. To us, soulbinding, it's going to be a system to power ourselves up once we pick the Covenant. Story-wise, it means an irrevocable bond. You will experience one another's past, your hopes, fears, dreams, your very memories, if any of them still linger. You will become kindred spirits in the truest sense, often done between friends, or romantic partners, or allies in arms to make them stronger. It's quite a gift that we help them deliver. Then the anima droughts. It's caused quite a bit of suffering in Bastion for the Kyrians, but the wildlife is also feeling its effects. At the Garden of Respite, meant to be a peaceful place to meditate and reflect upon one's challenges, we meet up with Sosimi, who could use our help. As part of her trials as an aspirant, maintaining this garden is her first posting, and it could definitely be going better. Many of the animals here, they've been driven into a frenzy due to the drought. Nature. It's going to need to be cut down to restore balance, but that's not going to solve much for very long. She has an idea for the long term. There's an artifact called Corinna's Allaying Crook. She was one of the first ascended in Bastion's history who tamed the creatures of the land and brought them tranquility. Her staff has the power to prevent more creatures from succumbing to a savage, anima-starved state. However, it is protected, and only one with great courage can retrieve it. She has courage aplenty. All we need to do is keep her safe while doing her thing. The Larian Kala is being a bit naughty though. Mistakes the staff for a chewing toy. A not so soft and firm hand, it does the trick. And now Zosima can spend the next few years working together with the memory of Corinna to restore the gardens and its creatures. Kala's behavior might have put you off of the idea of wanting anything to do with the Larians. Pelotus, the Phalanx Master, he couldn't agree more, while his rival Nemia, she still holds on to the idea that there's nothing better than the bond you build with a Larian. There's a friendly rivalry between the two, and we're invited to experience a taste of their worlds and make our choice. See and experience the efficient, obedient, and easy to work with Phalanx, considering that they're programmed that way, by fixing up and training Gatamatos. Introduce ourselves to Nemia's Larian, bond with Endira by fixing her wound and going on the hunt. Even fly through the sky for a bit. See what Bastion will be like once we unlock her flying. And then it's decision-making time, either Phalanx or Larian. Considering that a little box pops up, warning us that we're not going to be able to change our decision on this character. I do wonder if we're going to come back to these two and unlock maybe a mount, or maybe it's related to daily quests. I really wonder. Then for the final one, and in my opinion the most interesting side quest, we're invited over to Agthia's Repose to make a ceremonial journey and learn more about the ancient fallen paragon who saved this very realm. Agthia was a paragon of courage many eons ago, in a time where the powers of the void, they launched a massive attack against the Shadowlands, trying to shift the balance of the cosmos. This attack, it blindsided the Kyrian, embroiled all of Bastion into chaos. Across the realm, Centurions and Kyrian alike, they launched into battle, ascended, fell from the sky, as the powers of the void overwhelmed them. Agthia took charge of the forces at this very site. Bastion was on the path to surely fall, but she would not let that happen. By ringing the Vesper, we can actually walk in Agthia's steps and go back to that terrible moment in time, slay the Void forces, shut down their portals, share anima with the wounded. But the Void, it's on a full-out attack, and all of Bastion, it might fall if they're not stopped right here. Agthia is doing all she can to take out Tezulat the Annihilator, Scourge of 1,000 realms, the being that's leading this Void incursion. No more. No more Kyrian lives will be lost to this foe. In a display worthy of any paragon that followed after, Agthia sacrifices all she is for the good of Bastion. With her final breaths, she sacrificed all that she had, channeling the power within and around her to turn herself into a blast of pure anima. With a single blast, she sent out a ripple that destroyed not only the Void's commander, but all of the Void forces across the realm. Existence maintains order, thanks to her noble sacrifice. They maintain the site of this battle in her memory, and so that they may learn from her courage for eternity. It also shows that the Shadowlands is not in this impenetrable bubble. Many forces over the eons they have visited, even our own troops have walked the lands of shadow. It also shows that the cosmic forces that make up the Warcraft universe, they're in this eternal tug of war, constantly vie for power over each other, but if one of them fell, all worlds would fall into chaos. If you're curious, I do got a different video up detailing much more of that cosmic war that's been going on within the Warcraft universe. And with that, we've covered the side stories, the side quest of Bastion. So as always, thank you very much for watching everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time, see ya!